Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla. What? Hey, check it. Hey, it's all about Jaron Boots Ennis. Big up Jaron Boots Ennis. It was a real good showdown for Showtime Pay-per-view on the undercard of Gervonta Tank Davis. Listen, Jaron Boots Ennis is 30-0, 27 KOs. The 25-year-old Philadelphia native put on a good showing against Karen Chukhadzhian. Listen, the Ukrainian was 21-1. He had educated feet, but Jaron Boots Ennis served up a 12-round shutout. Listen, the young man put on a spectacular performance. Now, he got a lot of criticism out here, I guess because he ain't finished the guy off or whatever. It wasn't a knockout. He's come off 3 straight knockouts since the Van Herten disaster, where it was a no decision or whatever, because Van Herten suffered a cut from an accidental head butt in May of 2022. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. He fought Custio Clayton since that was the last fight in May of 2022. Knocked him out. He fought Delorme in October of 21. Knocked him out. He faced Sergey Lipinets in April of 2021. Knocked him out. Listen, 3 straight KOs since the Van Herten no decision. So everybody thinking my man go come in here and knock the guy out. But listen, hey, I'm going to tell you this right here. For what it's worth, Karen Chukhadzhian, or however you say his name, I'm going to just call him the Ukrainian. If y'all all right with that, I'm going to just call him the Ukrainian. Karen the Ukrainian. The young man came in. Listen, educated feet, man. Educated feet. Now, some people might disagree. Oh, man, that man ain't got educated feet, whatever. The man darts in and out. He translates offense to defense very smoothly. And also, when he backs out at an angle. He don't back straight back. That's educated feet. The young man can scrap. It just he ain't have enough for Jaron Boots Ennis. Y'all not giving Jaron Ennis his fair shake. The young man is very gifted, and it's not a lot of people that can do what he did against this guy. He made it look easy, but I'd like to see how Karen, the Ukrainian, will fare against some of the other welterweights in the division. You know, especially the up-and-coming guys. But I'm going to tell you like this right here, man. Jaron Boots Ennis, hey, to me, I take my hat off to him. Y'all know the young man is an orthodox fighter. He could switch left to right at any time. He switched to southpaw. Listen, and he did it plenty times in this same fight. And I think that was a big thing also for Karen the Ukrainian. You know, he couldn't get used to one style. At first he was using his feet to get in and out, and he even at certain points would let off some, pretty explosive combinations. But he just didn't have enough for Jaron Boots Ennis. And then by the mid to late rounds, he just got on his bicycle and would run, and pot shot every now and then. He would try to throw some combinations, but you could tell that Jaron Boots Ennis, his proven power, Karen the Ukrainian ain't want none of it. So he started running, and in the late rounds, you notice Jaron Ennis started going to that tank a little more. He started hitting him to the body. And it would force every now and then Karen to stand there, and he would take a little too many punches, he'll get out of there again. But all in all, man, I'm still proud of Jaron Boots Ennis. To me, he is still on another level, and I'm excited to see what's gonna be next, man. Teddy Atlas, he's still singing Jaron Boots Ennis praises. He's still giving him credit. He's saying, hey, man, the young man just showed that, hey, he got what it takes. Because this is the thing, man. Every time somebody lace up the gloves just because they're expected to do something, don't necessarily mean they gonna do it. Everybody thought that Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia was gonna be a shutdown. They thought Errol Spence was gonna knock him out in grand fashion. But that's not always the case. Mikey Garcia, a talented boxer, went into survival mode. He know how to survive. And Errol Spence, I ain't gonna say beat him up per se, but he put something on him enough for him to know that, hey, if I don't go in survival mode, I'm out of there. So he went in survival mode. And Errol Spence couldn't do nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say he couldn't do nothing. He just didn't go for it. Hindsight is 2020. Errol Spence admitted that, after the fight, he said, okay, between fights, I got a little blowed up in weight, so I used a lot of the training camp to cut weight and didn't train as hard, so it was what it was. So that's why he didn't want to go for it, but it was still a good performance. And boxers need those type of fights like Jaron Ennis. He needs these type of fights right now because he needs to know that he can go to his reserve, he can go to a plan B and do what it takes to win a fight without knocking the fighter out. Because you don't want to try to force a knockout and end up getting caught. And Jaron Ennis kept his composure. A couple times you could tell he got frustrated, but he kept his composure for the most part, and he cruised to a unanimous decision. Big up to Jaron Ennis. Y'all remember Floyd Mayweather, man. Y'all act like y'all don't know. Floyd Mayweather against Emmanuel Augustus. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sr. said that this was his toughest fight. Emmanuel Augustus was 22-16 when Floyd Mayweather fought him. Listen, Floyd Mayweather admitted Emmanuel Augustus, the drunken master, was his toughest fight. And his daddy said the same thing. If I remember, I put it in the description below, or either you can find it in the comments. The link to the video, man. Listen. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was expected to knock out Emmanuel Augustus. But it ended up in a TKO. It did end up in a TKO. I'm gonna give him that. But he blooded Floyd's nose, and Floyd admitted that was his toughest fight. And y'all know Floyd Mayweather done fought some names. He didn't name all these guys. Sugar Shane Mosley. He ain't named Jose Luis Castillo. He didn't name none of these other big names that he done fought. Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto. He didn't name these big names when asked who was his toughest fight. He said Emmanuel Augustus was his toughest fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen, that's sometimes how it happened, man. And I'ma tell you, lad, that's why I say I like to see how Korean the Ukrainian will fare against some of these other welterweights. And that European style, he had a different flavor. A lot of those European fighters are like rock'em sock'em, robot type. They got good fundamentals, but they'll always show some type of chink in their armor when they get frustrated. But this young man had a different flavor with that European style. He'll remind you of a type of guy like that's just awkward to fight. I can't put my finger on it, man. But he get in and out. He translate offense to defense very smoothly, and when he backs out, he always back out at an angle. You know what I'm saying? And if he make a mistake and don't back out at an angle, you might see him get caught, but it don't happen very often. You could tell this young man had educated feet, and also he was a little more unorthodox than the usual European style fighter. So but I give it to my guy Jaron Ennis. Big up, my hat is off to you. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm excited about what's next for the young man. You know, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford licking their chops. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz even saying, oh, after my next fight, I'm going to be ready for Jaron Boot Ennis. Okay. All right. All right, Virgil Ortiz. Let's see it then. Don't talk about it. Be about it. And I like Virgil Ortiz. Now, I ain't cracking no jokes. I'm just saying, don't talk about it. Be about it. And, you know, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, they got the belts held up at welterweight. Listen, 147 is locked up, but, you know, just looking at some possibilities, the word is going around that Errol Spence is supposed to be fighting Keith One-Time Thurman at 154. 154 pounds. Listen. So that means at 147 pounds, I ain't heard that Errol's go vacate the belts yet. I ain't heard that. But it just sounds like to me that he's gonna fight at 154. That's gonna change the dynamic of a lot of things. So what's next for Jaron Boots Ennis? Hey, that leaves Terrence Crawford still there at 147 pounds. Listen, that leaves Terrence Crawford right there looking for a big fight. I'm not saying he go take Jaron Boots Ennis, but I'm just saying sometime down the line, Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis could meet. Terrence Crawford can still make 147 pretty easily. You know, he's fought at lightweight. He just came from 140 a few years ago. He's still fairly new to the 147 pound division. I think he can make it very easily, continuously. I think he still got a few more years. Errol Spence, on the other hand, may not have that luxury to make 147 continuously and repeat it over the course of the next few years. Listen, that might leave Jaron Boots Ennis right there at 147 to run the roost and then come up to 154 and meet the winner of Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. The possibilities are endless. You know, this 147, 154, right around those weight classes is going to be very exciting. I can't wait to see it. But I'm glad for Jaron Boot Ennis. I take my hat off to you. Salute. This is Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla. Subscribe to the channel. Like or dislike the video. Hey, holla at your boy. This your boy. I'm out of here. Daddy P with Slap Happy Gorilla.